This man's death was no accident, nor was it linked to any predator attack. It was caused by a violent strike to the back of the skull with a mace. And it didn't take place here. The marks surrounding the body show that it was moved, most likely to make it seem like he fell to his death. This man's death was no accident, nor was it linked to any predator attack. It was caused by a violent strike to the back of the skull with a mace. And it didn't take place here. The marks surrounding the body show that it was moved, most likely to make it seem like he fell to his death.
the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Our enemies! Be careful! Your armor is falling apart! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
The cause of death is no mystery. This man was attacked by one of those large reptiles, a Llewellyn, and yet these iridescent marks on his skin make me think that a stasis spell was cast on him first. He was intentionally immobilized so that he would fall prey to this animal. It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
All these disguised deaths, these abject crimes. The natives can be violent, but they are not deceitful. I'm afraid that Brother Virgil may have found a way to take control of the expedition. He should be judged for it.
Indeed. I think that we should go find this brother and ask for an explanation. Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency! Weren't you supposed to be looking for our colleagues?
Indeed. I regret to say that they are indeed all dead.
I knew it. What a waste. Eugenia and her recklessness are to blame for this.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this. These deaths are not accidental, and yet they were disguised as such.
The savages! Their thirst for blood is unquenchable. I knew we should never have come without an escort.
Oh, Virgil, would you please stop taking us for fools? The natives had no hand in this.
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition to fail. Does that remind you of anyone?
Fine. You unmasked me. But know that my cause is righteous. The Ordo Luminis sent me to keep an eye on this expedition, to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation or our presence on this island. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy, a dangerous manipulation. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder listened to the teachings of the natives? But even then, foolish Eugenia accepted these discoveries as truth, without any hesitation, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it. So yes, I wanted to scare her.
I understand that you might want to protect your nation, but to go as far as assassinating several of your colleagues?
Come now. What would you do if someone were... You cannot make me believe... But since you want to avoid using violence, my colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you...
It is undeniable that these discoveries could cause... But he has no right to decide what should be revealed or not. Be careful with your accusations, though.
Sorry, Brother Virgil, but I cannot accept. You will take your belongings and leave this place. The research will continue, and their discoveries will be studied by wiser people than you. The decision to reveal them or not will be theirs.
I see. My colleagues and I will go back to Eden. I hope that you don't regret your decision.
Alas, I have found the dead bodies of your colleagues.
How horrible. But how? Oh, perhaps I should have
I doubt it. Brother Virgil is responsible for...
What? But what?
As I do not have the authority to arrest him, if you want him to face judgment, you will have to report what happened.
You are right. As soon once more, your help has been... Alas. We will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in Saint Matthias's journey. The last... But even if Virgil is no longer at...
We could go there for you if you would.
That would be marvelous. I think I noticed a path. Perhaps you will be lucky enough...
Don't worry. I...
the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Watch out! Grenade!
Be careful! Your armor is falling apart. May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Watch out! Grenade! Ready to shoot! Fire!
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
If their so-called saint lived around here, he must have looked for a sheltered area.
careful!
Watch out! Grenade!
Be careful! Your armor is falling apart! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Oh, will not protect you any longer! Be careful!
Your magic is running out! Take a potion!
Be careful! You're growing tired! You should drink a potion!
May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Ready to shoot! Fire!
May the shadow engulf our enemies! Be careful! Your armor is falling apart! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Your magic is running out! Take a potion! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Oh, will not protect you any longer! Be careful!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Be careful! You're growing tired! You should drink a potion! Ready to shoot! Fire!
Be careful! Your armor is falling apart! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
A cavern. Hermits often choose places like this when they want to live away from the world.
Indeed, there are some traces of life here. But we will have to examine this place thoroughly to find proof that our things came here.
May the enlightened protect you in this battle!
Watch out! Grenade!
May the shadow... May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Grenade!
May the enlightened protect you!
Watch out! Grenade!
magnificent. If St. Matthias did come here, this is where he must have settled.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them. This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest getting his face painted by a masked native. This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matthias. Praying to Enon Miel Frictimen. Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago, and it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias is often depicted or described as using a similar chaplet. Oh, I feel so lucky to be here, in this cavern where our founder lived.
There are some native symbols here, and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men duis dat, enon mil frictimen. This is incredible. Saint Matthias would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him. I don't know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors.
I don't know if you realize the importance of what we've just discovered. Saint Matthias, the founder of Teleme, finished his life worshipping the islanders' god. This is so incredible. Although it will cause a huge upset for our nation, our cult, and our relations with the
I wonder what I should do with these. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matthias... As for Virgil,
The great revelation that will change mentalities for good, or the preservation of the dogma at all costs? I think you already know which side I'm leaning towards.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! Be careful, my child! You need... May the Enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
So, did you find anything? Or do you need my help?
We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago by a whole group of people.
And have you found traces of our holy family?
There were also frescoes on the site, representing Saint Matthias.
Frescoes? Tell me more. This is fascinating.
He was shown having his face painted by a native. On the other, he prayed to a god of the mountain.
You can't be serious. You mean to say that our saint converted to the cult of the islanders?
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Other objects that I was able to bring back also point in this direction. Look, there are inscriptions. These tablets...
His chaplet. I cannot believe it. It is so... Excuse... You must come with me. We must go and... You realize our in so far.
And you think that this time they'll listen?
We have solid proof.
I see.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil. How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very convincing.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they represent. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately, so that they can be destroyed.
How can you even suggest the destruction of relics written by the hand of our founder?
Out of love for our dogma, for our faith, and for our nation. But since you refuse to comply with our orders, you leave us no choice.
Death to the heretics!
May the enlightened protect you in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
I cannot believe that I just fought my own brothers in faith. The fact that the Inquisition is after us is very disturbing, Excellency.
We would do well to hasten to San Mateus. They will not dare to attack you there. And we will have to take care of Bishop Domitius. He will do everything he can to discredit us.
You are right. All this proves is that I will not succeed without your help. There is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
And if you will allow me to attend the hearing,
Your help will be In any case, we must... I will study the tablets, and I will meet you at the...
Understood. See you soon.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eager. Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the
These relics shed a new light on the last years of our... It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult...
These discoveries, if they can be verified, but they also represent a great upheaval that could harm. We must first verify their authenticity. Could what you have witnessed been a...
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. There is no islander village near. It contains some ruined dwellings. Fraudsters would inevitably have left traces. The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a Nardai. These guardians usually protect sacred places. I had to kill this beast. We discovered ancient frescoes on the... They represent Saint Mateo. In one, he is praying. I understand how
The tablets found at the... He simply saw it.
The relics could be the political and who is to say that...
I understand your doubts, Your Eminence, but you yourself asked me to conduct the investigation. It seems to me that the best way to address this matter would be for you to go to the place yourself. Then you will see that what I've described to you is true.
I suppose you would not suggest such a thing if you had lied to me. But you are right. I need to see for myself what...
I would also like to inform you that a member of the Ordo Luminous was part of the He tried several times to sabotage it. And finally attacked us.
You'd have thought that the remaining members of it, I fear these attacks are just a
Your Eminence, we are He prays and places his trust, Saint Matthias.
You surprise me, Petrus. Yet your words seem sincere.
What we have discovered is real. The very idea of concealing it is a disgrace.
Does anyone wish to add?
I understand your doubts about the future that will inevitably be caused by such a revelation. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Teleme today.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire to think about everything and make my decision. After careful consideration, I have decided that it is my duty to reveal your discoveries to the world. It will take years for our theologians to study all of this, but our dogma must follow the path opened by Saint Matthias.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency. Without you, we would still be in the shadows.